Hey everyone, JD the OGG here, and I wanted to do my offline players review of the My Team mode on NBA 2K23. And I'm glad I waited a few extra days to do it because I will tell you off the bat, I was really struggling with this game. I needed more time with it. So, without further ado, let's get into whether or not it's a game that the offline player should enjoy. First up, let's talk content. Is there enough for you to do? The answer is yeah, there's plenty for you to do, and I will say that with release, it had a lot that you could do, different ways to play. Number one, domination, returning from previous seasons, pretty straightforward. As you can see, I'm playing on the lowest level because I'm working on some challenges, but I've been working my way slowly through this. You can play full-length games, and those games are always good. I always enjoyed that. The new addition is the clutch time, offline mode, which I think was a great move. I'm excited to have this mode offline. I think it's a lot of fun to play. It's nice if you only have a few minutes to just pop in, knock out a game, and go. So for those of you that don't have as much time to grind as other people, I think this game mode is perfect. Triple threat also returns. I'm having issue with this mode, mostly due to the defense. I'll show you here in some of the videos. But basically, whatever wing guy you are not covering pretty much beats the computer-controlled defensive player to the basket almost continuously, making it impossible for you to play defense. It's really hard to D guys up. Like, you can't body them like you used to. People just get by you all the time. So you kind of have to do this thing where you kind of cheat your wing kind of to the middle to cover if he does make that break, but you also got to find that sweet spot where you're close enough to your guy to close out on him. I'll play this mode if I have to, but this mode's been the most disappointing. And then, of course, we've got our challenges back. A lot of stuff here to do. I will point out that the challenges for the packs are a lot more difficult. For example, I'm stuck on the Shades of program because you need to beat a really good team on Triple Threat with cards that are much better than yours on All-Star difficulty, so I haven't been able to do that yet, and you need to get 7 dunks on top of it. The pickup challenges, you get MT for, but you don't get packs, and I'll get more into that later. But these are kind of all the different modes you have to play, and I will say that they did a great job of giving you plenty of different ways to play off the bat. So how about collecting? Collecting is kind of the major reason that I play these games. I love getting the old players. I love getting new cards. I love opening packs. Packs aren't really much of an option in this year's game. I mean, you can buy the ones like you always can. A pack will cost you 7,500 VC or 10,500 My Team coins. I do like that you can get guaranteed that player for the VC if you really want that player. I mean, that's a good move. I haven't spent any of my VC yet. I got some for the pre-order and whatnot. I'm not wasting my money on these packs. I don't think these packs are very good right now, and they're really expensive. So I feel that they've really bumped the greed in this game because you can't earn that many packs. Even if you look at the Season 1 rewards, I think there's 4 packs in here that you can earn. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 that have a player in them. 4 packs that have a player in them. Everything else is like balls and courts and jerseys. Who really has fun opening? Like, you get all, like in the domination right now, you get these packs of shoes and shoe upgrades. Like, that's not a lot of fun to open. I like opening packs, and there's a real problem with that. There's not a lot to open. You don't get rewards that are packs very often. The base set, which they didn't point out, and I'm going to point out to you guys because it took me a few days to figure this out, you get them on the token market. So depending on how good the players are, like Joel Embiid's obviously in this one, so it costs 30 for that first rip, and you can pick Joel if you want to. Bench players are going to cost you 2 tokens. So you're just using your tokens to buy your Season 1 base set, which is fine, but you don't really get a lot of tokens either. I've only bought a handful of guys, and I only have, 41 tokens, so I don't have a lot to spend on it. So again, the currency in this game and the greed factor are really high, and I'm not a fan of that, and I really think they need to do more to allow us to open packs, because that's kind of the joy of this game. Well, the joy of this game for me anyway, I should say. So that brings us to how's the grind, so to speak. For offline players, it's a little rough, but if you stick to what you need to do, you can get it done. One of the things I really want to talk about is this Donovan Mitchell takeover, and I'm going to talk more about this card probably in another segment that I'm going to do on a different video. But I do like this, and this is something that keeps me motivated in playing. So you can earn this 93 overall Donovan Mitchell by doing some of these missions. All I've left is steals and 3-pointers with Cavalier players. The problem with that one is the only Cavalier player I have right now is Kevin Love's base 1 set. There's nothing you can even get in the auction house. You have to get them from the tokens. and none of those players really super excite me, so I'm slowly grinding it with Kevin Love. But all these other, I've completed the points with Jazz players, 47 dunks with shooting guards, and then 7 double-doubles with Donovan Mitchell too. So I'm mostly there, and I do like that they're doing this. You can also win this card in some of the game modes, the triple threats and the clutch times, so that's good. If you're lucky, you can get it, but if you grind it, you can earn it. The tip-off stuff is a lot of multiplayer, obviously, so I did what I could out of that, about half of it. I don't like, this again goes into the greed. You're forced to keep getting all the players specifically, so you either have to buy them out of the auction house and then sell them after, or, not even bother. But, you can do it that way. So far, I've only gotten 1 Shades of, and I ended up purchasing them from the auction house. The Season 1, Volume 1, you gotta get really lucky to get these guys or pay quite a bit for all the cards that you need to complete the sets. So that, again, I've done all I can do. The week 1 stuff, returns, and those have a good amount of offline stuff. Domination, for the first 33 games of Domination you win, you get 300 XP, so that's awesome, grind that out. Trophy case also pushes a lot of multiplayer. And then this is kind of the issue with the token system, is this is going to be slow going. You need to purchase enough players with the tokens, which you can spend too if you just want all bench players, which might be what I end up doing. But I don't like how difficult it is to get those players. And then, doing the Season 1 rewards, this is offline stuff. You're going to get these players through doing just the season stuff. So there's a decent amount. Obviously, a lot of it's still geared towards multiplayer, but, I'd like to see them move a little bit more into, leaving a offline option for everything. The last thing I want to speak about right now is this new trophy case system, which I really dig. I've really been focused on Dikembe Mutombo. I'm hoping that I can get this guy and he can actually, defend, which is something that the game does not really let you do a whole lot of. In the token packs, you could get these wild cards that let you pick a lot of stuff from certain teams, so I did that and I was able to complete most of this. But you get these as rewards as you're doing stuff throughout the season. I got the John Morant jersey there, for example. I've also got a few from Orlando, which is good for that Rashard Lewis. So I like this, though. This adds a lot to that collecting element, which I enjoy. So, it's going to be difficult to complete these, I'm sure, but it gives you something to work on all through the season. So, all in all, how do I feel about this game? I would say that if you are busy with Madden or MLB and you're feeling really engrossed in those games, maybe you put this one off for a while. If you really like basketball and you enjoy this gameplay, which I will say there still is a lot of good about the gameplay, even though the defense is bad. Obviously, this game is worth doing. I think there's a lot for you to do as an offline grinder. Right now, I'm kind of bouncing between all 3 games, so I'm not able to put, time into one too hard. But I'm progressing. I'm at, level 26 on the pass, and we've got, 5 weeks left. So I don't feel like I'm not going to complete it and get the Scottie Pippen, 96 overall reward card. So all in all, I think it's enjoyable. Obviously, it'll get better as the season goes on. You get better players. But it really comes down to if you've got something better to play, if you're still enjoying, like other games, I might just hold off for a bit. This game has a lot of potential. If they could really just kind of control some of the greed and cater just slightly more to those of us that don't play online, I think this could be one of the best team collecting offline grind games that there is. I mean, it's still behind MLB The Show, but it could catch it if it wanted to. So that's my thoughts. It's a decent game. If you love basketball, there's no reason not to play it. And I'll be back with that Donovan Mitchell video, and just let me know what you're playing right now, and if you've gotten this game, how you're feeling about it. And until the next time, may the odds be forever in your favor, my friends.